What's up guys, welcome to another video, and today we're talking all about some of the realities of working as a DJ. Maybe you want to get into DJing, maybe you've seen a favorite DJ at a festival or a nightclub over this summer and you're thinking, do you know what, I really want to get started being a DJ. Or maybe you are already DJing and you want to take things to the next level. Well, these are some things just to bear in mind and to consider. In terms of this video, I'm not trying to sound negative or anything like that. It is just the realities of working in this job as a DJ. These are just the truths of what it's like, okay? Because I know online, on social media and everything looks very glamorous. You're DJing at these amazing parties, stunning locations. It's like loads of alcohol, loads of five-star hotels, etc., etc. When sometimes what you see online doesn't quite marry up to the actual truth. So I want to try and break down some of the myths for you and tell you a little bit about what you need to think about if you want to take DJing seriously. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Reality number one then is the sheer amount of travel that is involved with being a DJ, okay? If you want a job where you don't have to travel too much for work, or you want a job where you don't have to leave home too much, then DJing, in my opinion, certainly on a full-time basis anyway, is not going to work out for you. It's not going to be the job for you because the nightclubs, the venues, if you're a private hire DJ, the clients, the festivals, whatever it is, they aren't going to travel to you. You are going to have to travel to them. And if you get very well known, and that can be via being a really good mobile DJ, or if you grow your brand and you become known as a bit of an artist with many track releases, etc., then you are going to have to travel to get to your bookings. And in my opinion, I have done the best gigs further away from home because some of the better venues that I've worked in are not located near to my home location. So it does mean sometimes significant amount of travel, whether that be in the car for hours and hours, and that needs to be factored into your working time. I used to have a Saturday residency, for example, where I had to travel 2 hours there and 2 hours back, and I did a 5-hour DJ set. So it ended up being almost like a 10-hour shift, so to speak, because there was the travel involved plus the DJ set, and then of course the travel home. So do bear that in mind. And of course, if you are bigger, if you're a bigger name and you're an artist and you're releasing tracks, that is likely to involve not only road travel, so traveling by road, but also air travel as well, because it's likely that you're going to be booked internationally. Do bear that in mind. Travel is certainly part and parcel of being a DJ. Reality number two is the costs involved in being a DJ. In my opinion, DJing is pretty expensive, and when you start buying equipment and different bits and pieces to add to your DJ setup, whether that be controller, laptop, music, speakers, headphones, microphone, the list goes on and on, it gets pretty addictive. Because when I bought my controller, new controllers come on the market, you want to upgrade it. Headphones, not so much, I've had the same headphones for years. Laptop, I upgrade my laptop every 3 to 4 years. It can get pretty pricey. Now, in terms of overall costs, I do think that DJing has become cheaper in recent years because of advancements in technology. For example, 2 turntables and a mixer back in the day was way more expensive than buying an all-in-one controller like the Flex 4, which is a great entry-level controller. But there is going to be an initial outlay, and it is likely that if you really get into DJing, you're going to want to upgrade stuff. You're constantly going to need to be buying new tunes. You want to subscribe to record pools. You're going to want to, constantly update your equipment. If you get into music production, then there's of course the music production software. There's going to be your MIDI keyboard. There's loads of different plugins and synths and stuff like that to buy when it comes to music production as well. So do bear that in mind. This stuff don't come cheap, in my opinion. And once you get started, if you're passionate about it, it becomes a never-ending list of wants, in my opinion anyway. So bear that in mind. You are going to have to pay out money in order to be a DJ. That being said, I always say to people, if you are starting out and you don't know whether you like DJing or not, I would say start out small. Do not break the bank. The danger is that you like it and you love it, and then you're going to want to buy more and more stuff. So just bear that in mind. Reality number 3, and this isn't to sound negative at all, it is just part and parcel of being a DJ, and that is, it is quite a lonely and isolating career choice. As I mentioned in point number 1, there's significant travel involved. And unless you're a big name DJ with a team around you, you're often going to be having to travel to venues by yourself. If you're a long way from home, that often means hotel stays by yourself, checking into cities that you may not be familiar with and checking in and staying in hotels by yourself. If you are DJing in venues all night, you will be arriving before anyone else and you will be leaving after everyone else. Okay, so there is often going to be periods of time, in my personal opinion, of just being in your own company. Now, some people absolutely love being in their own company. I myself am quite an independent person. I have no problem with staying in hotels by myself. I have no problem going to restaurants to eat by myself. Maybe I am a little bit of a weirdo, but I am more than happy to be in my own company. And sometimes I do have friends that do come along to my DJ gigs with me, which is brilliant, but they are not there all of the time. And I'm certainly not a big enough DJ to have a team around me. So I don't have a tour manager, I don't have an agent, all of that kind of stuff. So just something to consider. Reality number 4 then, and this is kind of linked to reality number 3 a bit about loneliness and isolation, and that is social sacrifices need to be made if you want to have any kind of success of being a DJ. If you have a lot of friends that don't work in this particular industry, so the late night industry, the hospitality industry, the likeliness is that they will work 9 to 5 jobs, so Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and they will do a lot of their socializing at the weekends, Friday and Saturday nights, which are the peak nights for you to be out there working. Most DJs will need to work on a Friday and Saturday night. And so when it comes to friends' birthday parties, promotion celebrations, anniversaries, all of that kind of stuff, you are going to have to miss a few, unfortunately. You are not going to be able to attend every single one of them. That is just the reality of the situation. Now, I'm not saying that you can never take a night off and your Friday and Saturday nights are, gone forever. You are allowed to take nights off. However, you need to also consider your reputation as a DJ, and you don't want to be known as this DJ that's taking every other weekend off because they've got some kind of social event. Especially at residencies, it's not going to go down too well. The other thing as well is that most DJs get paid on a freelance kind of basis, so it's like an invoice and then you get paid. That's how it works here in the United Kingdom anyway. And so if you miss a night of DJing, then you're just not getting paid. Whereas, if you work a traditional kind of 9 to 5 job, the likeliness is you get a contract and then you get sort of paid holiday, that kind of thing. It doesn't work like that as a DJ. So social sacrifices need to be made, and you need to consider, unfortunately, the events, the occasions that you are going to have to miss in order to work. The amount of events that I have missed over the years just because I need to go off and do my DJ gig have been countless. But in my opinion, it was for my benefit because I wanted to DJ. I wanted to prioritize my DJing career. So just bear that in mind. Social sacrifices need to be made. Reality number 5, and that is that DJing is no longer just about being a DJ. DJs need a whole host of skills, in my opinion, in order to be successful in this day and age. Back in the day, you would be booked as a DJ to play in a club, and then you'd do your thing and you'd go home, and that was it. But nowadays, if you want to get to the top of your game, these festivals, these big clubs, they're not really booking DJs, they're booking artists. So in order to do that, you're going to have to be good at producing music. There are obviously some back doors into this whole world, and people do pay people sums of money, but we're not getting into that. Let's just say, in order to get to the top of the game, you have to know how to DJ, but you also need to know how to produce, releasing records. You also have to be good at number 3, and that is social media, because if you want to be booked for the bigger gigs, some nightclubs, especially big promoters for big events, you know, all over the world, they want to know about your social media following, and they also want to know about your music. So you need social media in order to, you know, to promote your work, whether that be your releases or your skills as a DJ. You need to build an audience. So we've gone away from almost just the skill of DJing, and, you know, DJs nowadays have to be a number of different things. So social media managers, music producers, as well as DJs. The other thing as well is you have to be kind of good at business and good at sales. You know, you have to potentially pitch yourself. So when I go to DJ in nightclubs now, sometimes I have to do a trial set and I have to meet the manager and talk to them about what I can do and why I'm the right DJ for the venue. So DJing has kind of moved away from just DJing, and it does require a wider skill set in these other areas. So that is just a reality of DJing in 2024. And then finally, just to round things off, because I realize that this video has been a series of harsh realities of the world of DJing, but on a positive note, I have honestly met friends for life through being a DJ, whether that be club managers, promoters, other DJs, sound guys, light guys, you name it, so even security people, okay? I have honestly met so many cool people through being a DJ. I've had so many good nights out when I've actually been off DJing, off the back of being a DJ, because I've been able to get free entry, guest lists, free drinks, etc., etc. So there are so many benefits to being a DJ, and I have truly met some friends for life through my work and getting to know other DJs, getting to know other people within the industry. And to be quite honest, I feel like, especially here in the UK anyway, the DJing industry, once you've been in it for a while, you'll get to know that it's actually quite small. Hope you have found this video useful. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below as ever, and I will see you in the next video.